So guys, I think that we can all agree that we Filipinos value family so much, and we tend to maintain deeper connection with our family, relatives, and our friends. But sometimes we also want to communicate or connect with the other people in our society. That is why sometimes we are put in a situation wherein we have to choose between our societal obligation and personal obligation, right?
Yes, Jen. So, guys, is any of you already experienced in that kind of situation where you need to choose one option? Either you'll break the rules just to protect your loved ones, or follow the rules and harm your loved ones. It's kind of hard, right?
Yes. It's really hard to choose, guys.
So this friend of mine, I got stealing something from our money, and I chose to tell to the owner because I choose my peace, and at the same time I think my conscience will haunt me at the end. So yeah, she feels bad, but for
So
me,
you
I
guys
think,
are not friends right now?
not close anymore because of that particular situation. But I think it's the best thing to do. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
But
I would do the same.
sometimes you would be in a situation wherein you have to choose between what is right and of course your friend, the relationship you had with your friend. So maybe if I will be in that kind of situation, I would also choose to do the right thing, which is to tell the owner about what happened. But I would also tell my friend about her problem because she probably have a financial problem for her to do that, and if I can help, I would probably offer some help, and I guess that is the right thing to do, and it is fair enough, right?
Yes. So how about you guys? Have you encountered like you need to choose the truth and I mean what is right?
Like
Friends, family, or
like in a situation where your friend she's in a relationship, I think you will be stuck in between the two, between choosing telling the girlfriend or the boyfriend that my friend is cheating, like that, but you would also think about your friend.
Yeah, because you will consider your friend's feeling as well. It is not enough reason for your friends to cheat back, because what's the difference of your friends to his ex if he cheats back? Because cheating is a choice, not a choice.
I agree from Miss Lucille na I will revenge that cheating situation because of I
person.
that makes you
So you mean you will take a revenge on the person who didn't do anything for you, or like you're in a relationship with a person who cheated on you. So why did you continue? Why did you choose to continue your relationship with that person when you couldn't feel the love anymore and you just wanted to revenge? I think that is very unfair. It is very unfair on your part as a person, and also very unfair to the person you are in a relationship with, because what if that person already had regretted what he did to you, and then you also cheated for a revenge?
I think what she said is right. Is cheating is a choice, so it's between the two of you if you will continue your relationship, even if it is just cheating and not serious at all.
And there is no enough reason or valid reason for cheating.
Yeah,
But you have to consider the other.
yeah, maybe they want to be with no, they want to be with each other, but
Maybe they just got one.
yeah,
It's their choice though, but it's toxic.
So when
Continue the
when you are a friend of a cheating friend, so when you are a friend of a cheating friend, what would you do when you already have known that your friend is cheating?
personally, I don't do I'll tell the girlfriend or the boyfriend or the boyfriend that he or she cheated.
even if despite if she is your friend.
Yeah, even if I don't want to tolerate her wrongdoing.
Yeah.
So it's a real and it is
But what
her
if
choice.
there's a situation na in their relationship was not good, and then the girl find another because she not contented the guy that she have, but
That's still cheating.
she's not she's still with her boyfriend. She's not contented with her boyfriend. That is why she's cheating. So in the first place, why did you start having a relationship with a person that you don't love? No, it's so
Let her finish.
because
She's a guys.
say English sayangan. Friendship over? No.
Wala na nag-debate na rin, oh!
So like I keep unsa nagisayang sayangan na si Jaba, sayangan mabuwag si Jakay. Di jagahan mabuwag sa guy. Tungod kay sayangan na si Jasa pila ka
There's no love in it.
memory. So she find that another guy to make malipay si Jakay tungod
So
sa
they're still together.
yes, she's still
They could have just ended
so
Okay. It's a third party. They could have just ended their relationship.
So there's
You can
this
just
relationship
end the
that
relationship.
you just want to be with each other even if you're not happy or not.
It's just because of the
Yeah, maybe I think that's just the sipangs, I think. Or yeah, because you've been together for and shared memories also. So that's where it hurts, and that's where it is not easy for that person to let the relationship rest.
so you're staying not just about love, but because of the memories.
di pang kilig bisag toxic.
Hindi ko ka-relate.
Ipasa ang corona.
So, talking about friendship, in a situation wherein, like, you have a friend who will attend a competition, and then you're there to support this kind of person. But, I mean, you're there to support your friend, but then, in the competition, you have found out or you have witnessed that there are other contestants who is better than your friend. Would you still like in TV shows wherein voting is play a very big part in who will win the competition, like for example like Filipinas Got Talent or The Voice Kids, like that, and then you already know that in your personal perspective you already know that your friend I mean there
There's
is someone who
better
is
than
better than your
your
friend. Would you still support your friend even though when your heart tells you that
Other contestant.
like
Yes,
oh,
of
yun na.
course.
Why not?
Yeah, that's your friend. So you should support her throughout the way, no matter what, no matter how many contests.
Even she's not the best in that competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if she or your friend is a girl, if she really deserves the place, that kind of title, then she will get it. So
Just judge na.
Just like
we
what
should just trust the judges.
just like what I said earlier, that we Filipinos value like friendship and
Yeah.
our connection with the people around us. So sometimes we would always think that
It's
our
an insult, right? For if
Like,
we
yes,
vote
yes.
other and
Contestant and your
yeah.
will vote under contestant, and you would think that
if you are
the person, I mean the friends of the person that you like or the contestant that you like would also support that person, that contestant. So you would probably give your support or vote to your friend, because that is, I think that is part of our culture as Filipinos, that we would choose our friends. Like for example, when we have here in Southern Leyte, we have a contestant for Filipinas Got Talent, like the Masin Trio. Like Masin Trio, we are like it is not really a mandatory for us to vote the Masin Trio, but since for us they are our pride, as Masinhon, like Masinhon, we have voted the Masin Trio during their competition, and when they won, it feels like we also won during the time that they represent our.
So how about you, Marathon? What's your particular situation about universalism and particularism?
Politics. How about the politics?
Politics.
Another example,
Yeah. Let's
personal experience.
talk about politics. So what is that year? Last May 2022. Last May 2022, who is your president?
Yeah.
Who is your president?
Well, di pa mo pupukabutar.
Minor moments.
Yeah. So you don't say who's your president here. We have to respect each other.
I mean, who is your person?
Who stand out?
Oh yeah.
For you.
Nandili pa ka vote. No.
The platforms and the
No
campaigns, who stand out?
personal.
Lenny
RDM,
and
Pacquiao.
Because during that situation, it is very controversial because there are friends or family who have split up because of politics.
Yes.
Like
Especially BBM and Lenny, right?
Yeah.
Supporters of
BBM and Lenny. There are family who have split up because this certain family support like Lenny, and you personally wanted BBM, so you have to split on.
You have to set aside your
personal.
yeah. Just to prove that your president is
deserving.
Yes, but
than
in
their president.
our case, in our family, we have refused to talk about
Yeah.
our politics inside our home because my parents have a different choice, and I also have mine, and my brothers also have their president, and I think it would be a very huge conflict inside our home if we will talk about politics, and we just respect our views. So
Yeah, you don't have to.
There are social media wars that time. Yeah, everybody was
Why are they
everyone
doing that?
was posting
Even on
and-
TikTok.
Yeah.
Because
But
at the
in-
end of the day, badya,
But-
kita rin maghalit sa itong ballpen.
Yeah.
but there are some like groups, like for example in Iglesia ni Cristo, they have chosen like their president, the set of candidates that they will vote. So for example, you're part of this group or this situation, you would set aside the justice wherein you have to choose in a fair way because your group already have chosen their candidate, and you have to stick, you have to follow their
Between your religion and your personality.
Talking about
the
religion.
individuality. Like, you, di ba, nakasugod ka, maasin. Di ba, murag kusang loob na to mo vote, but gusto ni mo alidaan ang katong, in maasin.
like in
they support
Maasin.
BBM, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But not mostly BBM, right?
Yeah, there
But kay murag
But our mayor support
BBM. Yes.
They endorse
pero
Wait, but it
Pero
is
pag
still
okay,
on you. It is still on
Oh,
you
it's
if
still, we have still own perception.
yeah,
at the end of the day.
if you will vote for
diri sa Maasin.
what is who is being endorsed. Yeah.
si Nico.
Si Nico, di
It
ba
is
nato si
your
Dator?
choice.
Dator ba to?
So talking about religion, if your family is here, if your family is a Catholic, so you must follow as well. So, but you when you grow up, you will have a choice to convert or you want to transfer to another religion. Then what's your perspective on that?
Well, for me, I will still choose my heart. If I want to transfer in, example, in another religious, born again, then I will choose born again since that's my heart wants. Despite of God, despite of my family's feelings.
What if your choice will conflict your family? Like it will ruin your family
And I think even if you have a choice, you still need to consider their feelings and ask them as well if and inform them.
Yeah, if your family.
Yeah, because
especially when you're
fine with
still living under
Under
their
their
rule.
I think they will
I think that is respect for them.
If you want to be respected in your choice, you also have to respect
Respect them.
Because other people might be insulted with you transferring to other religion without their consent.
Yeah.
Especially yours.
Maybe you will get shocked. What? You're born again now? You didn't even tell us, right? So
You were still with us when you went to church.
it's just respect after all.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad to transfer to other religion,
Yeah.
but transferring without the consent of your family or
Yes.
their permission.
Of course, we need to God.
That's respect.
So,
So guys,
are the things that we will be talking about.
example, if you were given a situation where you will be married or you want to be married on a person who is
Different.
Have different religion or beliefs.
culture, yes. What will you do?
I would
Follow
still
your heart or your parents?
I follow my heart because I would still choose my first religion because converting into, for example, I am married to a Muslim. I would still choose to be a Catholic because that's where I
Belong.
You grew up too.
yes, that's where I grew up.
Even if you need to
Like, what if? Yes, what if?
Yeah.
No, it's I have a friend in Manila who is married to a Muslim man. So she said that converting to
Islam?
religion.
yes, Islam is your choice. So they don't force you to convert if you don't want it.
If your man is a Muslim, how about the other where you have to convert?
Just like
What religion is that? Oh yes. What if
What if? Would you
your
rather
man
bring
is
up
will
your
still
boyfriend or
stick to my
religion?
religion.
So you
And
would
break
choose
up
to
the
break
bond.
up with your
If
boyfriend.
I have to break up with it, then I will do it. Because I am
Because
Catholic.
you're a firm believer of God.
I believe
You're
God.
proud of and you're proud of your religion.
But I
Yes,
think if you really love the
person.
person, you would respect his like religious views. And because I have an aunt and an uncle.
I respect his religion,
And
but I can't convert.
my uncle is a Roman Catholic, and his wife is, I think, born again Christian. Yeah. And during Sundays, my uncle would go to the church for Roman Catholic and
So like they're attending different masses.
I think
It's normal.
It is.
Yes.
but they did not have their wedding in church because they just had
A
their
civil wedding.
wedding, civil wedding.
Still considered pa siya kasi
Kasal sila.
They are married but
and
it's
civil
still a
wedding.
civil
Church.
wedding.
So
For the eyes of law,
Yes,
they're
they
married,
are
but
married.
in the
The
eyes of God,
they're not.
conflict na po.
Yes. Maybe that's a different one because it's between the love of your life or the love of God. Yeah, but I think God will consider.
God will
Yeah, God will understand. Yes.
The reason is about love.
Yeah.
I mean, God is very
And
God is very romantic.
and it doesn't mean that you choose this one and you neglect God, right? It's
you can
No, I
still
think-
you can still believe in your God and
yeah,
love
and love the person you love.
that you love. So we transferred to another place. Kay init na nito.
Yeah.
It was Malaysia.
So I think we all experience. We have boyfriends here, right?
Yes.
So
Can't relate.
speaking of those, who among here experience the parents who do not like their boyfriends or girlfriends? Boyfriends.
Can't relate. Kaya tagitago ko.
What if you have to choose between your boyfriend and your family? Whose feelings you have to consider or validate the most?
Oh my God.
I think this one.
Because I can relate.
For me, even though that my father doesn't like my boyfriend, I didn't
Mind. You didn't mind the opinion of your father about your boyfriend.
yes, because I don't know why. Maybe
Because you love him too
I
much.
just love my boyfriend. That's why I didn't consider my father's feelings.
Oh, lahira mo eh.
But now it's fine because we're
Your father is okay with your boyfriend now?
I
Not
think
totally
so.
okay.
I think
That's
so.
fully okay.
That's good to hear. What about
you?
Kang Shaira?
Yeah.
I think you're in a good relationship with your boyfriend and your family.
Sana all.
How about Myra?
Can't relate.
So, since our academic year is already done and it's about time for us to find a job for extra income, and maybe some of us here have considered applying for summer job, and maybe some of you could share the experience of applying so that we can also get an advice about applying a summer job. I think you have an experience.
Last week I asked about summer job from a friend that is working in the city of Maasin. So she said to me that this particular summer job is kanang
Not for everyone.
intended or given or prioritized to doctor or relatives of konsyal and
For a worker sa
no kanang bang ilang gi priority ang sa mga konsihal pero
doctor.
ilang gi nas like priority pero dapat man that's intended for all or your priority ang mga anak o relatives sa kuan lagi unfair
Sport unfair kay na bajay pa nanginahanglan. Dapat unta sila deserving ina nga summer job.
Slot for the summer job.
We need a backup.
So they didn't give you like recommendation letter.
Yeah, but I tried to apply I tried to ask in the province, and they said that there will be an open summer job but in June.
Okay, that's great. I think it's very common for us Filipinos here in the Philippines when we try to apply in job. When we try to apply for job, it is very common to have that backers system that you will not be able to be accepted in a job or be hired for a job if you don't have a backer.
Or a connection.
It's important.
And that's unfair. Okay,
Filipino,
everyone has these capabilities and talents that is kanang fitted, but not but undeserving, but not. Unfortunately, they don't have backers or connections. So that
you're like
That's why they
Like-
didn't get the job.
submitting your resume will not have any sense because they
Yeah.
will not look for your
Mm.
credentials.
Credentials.
Rather, they would like consider if you're connected with someone in the company or
It's a matter
in a
of connection.
workplace. If it's a matter of connection. So, what if you came to a family who don't have connection? Like, you came from a province and then you came from a family in the poor family in the province, and you try your luck to a big city like Manila. So, what if you don't have the connection, but you got
You're
a great
deserving.
credentials? So it
But
will
you don't
be
have
very
it.
unfair on your part as someone who try to apply on a job
I think
in
for
line with
me,
your credentials.
I will be in the universalistic side because I think
In that situation,
in that particular situation, because I think it is unfair for everyone who is credential is very good and well deserving, and then there's this certain someone that is not deserving or that is not
fit.
that
Doesn't
is
fit on
that
the
doesn't
position.
fit, then but they get
They
the
end
job
up getting the job.
because they have connections and backers. So that's just unfair. And that's Philippines, right? And so
That's why.
We
that's why
Filipinos
we
would-
don't
would
that's
try
why we
to-
don't progress or
We have like development.
We Filipinos would try to get the
Culture,
course
no?
wherein we would think like my aunt is a school head, so I would take this course, so I
Someday.
won't be
After I
having
graduate.
like
rough.
experience
Yeah.
in applying a job. Yeah, and I'm also like guilty about that because
I think everyone is
I
guilty
have-
about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, teaching is, I can see myself teaching in the future, but I also have considered this course because my ninong is working on regional. So I think it would be easy for me to apply for a job related to teaching if I would take this course. But I also have taken this course like Miss Ed, major in English, because I'm planning to take law after college, after 4 years in college, and also this would help me enhance my
But-
writing skills.
Kudos to, not all though, we don't generalize here, so there's still my my brother's girlfriend, she's a teacher, and she up until now she don't have a job, even despite her mother is head, because her mother doesn't
Her mother wanted her to create her own name.
and don't
Without her help.
without her help.
I admire that kind of parents.
Yeah.
There are still people child mindset.
She wanted to and take the kind of hustle with her own.
Take,
Just get
like, do the right process to get a position.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, I think talking about like academics, maybe we have talked about academics. So I have read in social media, I love scrolling some posts that would give me some information about like marites yan ba? Yan ara. So I've read comments in the certain post that is all about like the context is the one posting is trying to tell like why are these like rich kids try to fit on like state universities when they can afford on paying private universities. And she said in her post that maybe you can just give way and give the slot to the poor rich people because state university is free and they can't afford like education in private university. So maybe those who could afford the university, like the private university, maybe they could give way and let those poor students take the slot. So
Since
what
the
is
slot
your
of the state university is limited, right?
yes, but state university is for everyone, but because it is called state university. So what is your thoughts about
Guys, I have a question. Diba, if you say university, how about like University of Santo Tomas?
I guess it's a private
different.
Yeah,
university
private.
wherein you have to pay like thousands, like
Tuition.
maybe 80,000
Manila,
is the
yeah.
tuition.
You mean in Southern Leyte lang?
VSU is koan.
Free.
Like I've heard my friend who is currently in second year college and he finished his senior high school in SLSU and he said that because I really thought before that in state university there are people who would there were students who are like poor because they can't afford private school and I'm not judging them because I know how hard it is to be part of a state university because they have their own standard. But I really thought that those people who studied in state university are just like in middle class or in lower. But then he corrected me and said that no, the students here, the students in the state universities were like sons and daughters of engineers like that, and they would if there were like school events, their cars would line up in the parking area, and some of them would wear things like OTD.
Static.
Maybe it's not about the money. It's the knowledge.
It's the knowledge. And I think it would be quite unfair for those who are rich to be banned, like telling them na why are you enrolling in this university when you can afford paying for
Private.
like University of Santo Tomas or like other universities. So what are your thoughts about such?
My thoughts about that is choosing your school is your choice. If they want that state university, they will get it.
Even if they're poor
Yes.
or rich.
Yeah, I think the standard of the university would not look for your like
Status.
if you're rich, your
you have
status, but they would look at your like knowledge, your intelligence, your intellect, And I think they have earned a spot because they're knowledgeable enough and they
They deserve it, even if they're poor or rich.
they have so at post they have argued about such things because it is very some people in the comment section would say that it is very unfair for the rich kids to be to like they have to be they have to they have to be pushed on a university that is private.
For me, it's not unfair because they parang
Go through
go
such
through such
So it's just
for them to get the
Yeah.
slot in that university.
like they didn't use like the
power
backer
or-
systems going
So
back
you
to the backer
need to
system.
they have entrance exam, right? Maybe they pass.
They have earned the spot without using their money.
Yes.
So
But
Even in
we don't know.
in our school,
Some
They have
students use
yeah,
not all
buffers.
are rich, diba? It's private.
though our school is not a university yet. Hopefully it will become university soon. But I think not everyone in our school is rich
To
to like afford the tuition fee.
Because expected na mga tao, it's private. So rich.
Yeah, we had that mindset when we were in junior high school. So I studied in St. Joseph College when I was in high school. And most people who would like see me wearing the uniform would say, "Yeah, you're a spoiled brat, probably. You're a spoiled brat, probably because you're rich." But honestly, we're not rich.
They don't know
We're
that
not rich.
we are.
I was a working student in St. Joseph College when I was in junior high school. So yeah.
Those students.
You're wearing the name. Yeah, and SJC is seen as a private school and seen as a rich school, but
school and highest level.
But they don't know that
all.
the students are not all.
here, especially in college,
College.
yeah, everyone is. I think most of the students is financing themselves without the support of the parents and without the support of the family. So they have to work for themselves, work their ass out just to pay the tuition. Yeah.
And when we were in elementary, like when we joined some academic contest and we would be competing against St. Joseph College, we would say, "Oh my God, this school will surely bring all the awards," because we really thought that those students who studied in St. Joseph College are like
Knowledgeable.
genius. And we would always think that is why before when I studied in public, so when I was in elementary, so I chose St. Joseph College as my school for the junior high school. So that is why I applied for a working scholar.
Actually, me also. I am in a bandwagon. that's just everyone's choice for high school. So, me as
during our elementary.
yeah,
Because
it's
it's
seen
really
as a rich and
prestigious
prestigious.
school.
What should I
Public, to public, there's a lot of geniuses there.
They have, well, honestly,
Yeah. Public. More, I think more than SJC, no.
I don't know. I think my mindset during my
right.
days where I thought that those students who studied in St. Joseph College are genius is very common for those who have seen them, because honestly, when we were competing against the St. Joseph College during our elementary days, they would always, like, almost every competition, they would bag all the awards. They would take the first place, something like that, and we would see each other on the
I
other
think
level.
that's because of the training ground. The CAC has better training, but if public schools will have better training also, then they will probably top the SJC.
Yeah. And those students, like those students who also studied in different public schools, I've seen them again in junior high school, and some of them became my classmates during my stay in St. Joseph College. And I would ask them why is JC, and they would say because I thought that studying here in JC would help me, like, enhance my skills. And it was a great competition in St. Joseph College because there are so many students who have different talents and intelligence. So yeah, but I think I had the right choice in studying in St. Joseph College since junior high school.
What else?
What else would we talk about?
Cold out.
Hold up.
So, yeah.
About, since we're talking about the societal and personal obligation, and we are focusing on the universalism and particularism. So universalism believe that, like,
There's equality.
yeah, universalism believe that there's equality, and they would believe that life should be fair. Am I right?
Yes.
They impose laws and
To make things fair.
Without
Like,
involving
they
feelings.
believe in justice, and like they believe in justice, fairness, fairness for all. And in particularism, they would try to look on the situation and circumstances, and they would do something. I mean, they would do what would be applied to that certain situation. So, in other words, they believe that life
about
is
emotion.
unfair.
Yeah.
Life is unfair. They already have no. Am I?
You always
Am I-
involve
Am I
feelings.
right? So, I would
Makes sense.
ask you about your perspective about being fair and being unfair. So, is life fair or unfair?
Unfair.
And
Were you
why?
gonna say?
About you guys?
Unfair or unfair?
Life is
For
unfair.
me, it is so unfair.
Why?
Sure. Sa own words, why do you think life is
Ayaw kog unfair kay, for example, about my family.
Why? What's about your family?
So, it is about favoritism between me and my siblings. Okay, so I know that. I think so, but it is not that. Dako ko murag ibalik mo ahong idumot nga na kay masakit ang life. So that's why. But for you,
So that's why
so that
life is unfair?
life is unfair.
So that is why. But in my situation, I would always say that you can only think that things are unfair when you're the one who didn't get the advantage. Like, for example, let's find a situation wherein we would think that we would not, even though we know that it's unfair for everyone, but since we have gotten the advantage, we would not think, we would not speak like it's very unfair. So guys, come here and
For me,
let's make these things fair.
for me, even though that I got the advantage, it's still unfair
Why?
for me and for my siblings because every time I got the for example, me and my siblings got into a war, then then the problem is, I mean, I was the one who started it, but in the end, my sister will always ano bang siya karon may kasabaan sa mga butang na
So your parents favor you.
me the advantage is out, even though that I am the problem.
Parents
Your
kasi,
parents love me.
parents kasi what?
No, para bang they have this mindset na if manghod ka, ikaw di paparan. Because
In my family different. Ako ang magbuwang pero ang
Ang mo adjust.
adjust.
Okay.
For example, like she's now in her grade 12, but she choose to not to go to
Give
college
way.
for me
Give way her.
because she wants that I will finish first before she study.
Like you're going to support your sister
Yes.
when you.
That's why I can say that even if I got the advantage, life is still unfair.
You get the pressure for you. It has like the idea that you can fail because someone is depending on you.
They're depending.
Well, for me, I think life is unfair. Yeah, also. Because, well, every decisions that I made is all about protecting my relatives, families. I will not think about the loss anymore if my families or my loved ones will be affected. So, that's why maybe
You're like a
I'm a particular person. Well, honestly, I am. Because
I think most of us would always for those
consider
who,
the family.
for those people who have loved their family so much, they would really choose. I mean, they're like in a particularist view. Most of us. I think most of us.
But there are some people who has got universalist.
Yeah, I just like my grandfather when I mean, going back to politics. So my grandfather was a former before he died. He was a barangay Catholic, and the reason why he kept on winning for that position, it's because he would always give like justice to other people, like regardless of like even though there are like in situation, for example, there are opportunities for like job given by the government, he would always think of what is good for all. And like for example, his relatives would apply for the job, and he thinks that they're not competent enough, or they don't deserve the slot. He would always give those slot for those who deserve it. So that is the reason why he have won. Like I can't remember how many times he has won the position. But one thing that could make me proud is that when he ran for that position, he didn't run a campaign, because aside from being a politician, let's consider him as politician. Aside from being a politician, he is also a church minister. And you know that campaigns and the views of church for that is having a conflict. So the priest in our church that time advised him to not run a campaign because most of the campaign would follow a black propaganda.
But still he
Like,
won.
trying to ruin the name of the other candidate for your own gain. So, but still
Actually, he won
the
Position.
position because of his view that fairness is being, it is, they have granted that position not for his family but
for all. So he's a universalist person.
universalist person. And if there are times that his sons, my grandfather have, they have 7 children. When the time that his sons or his children would commit something like mistake, he would really apply those who are in the law for his children.
Consider feelings of their sons.
Like for example, his son is, for example, his son is an addict, and for example, the time where, like in Rodrigo, like during Rodrigo the third, they were in, there is a tukhang. He would not favor his son knowing that they have done something that is against the law.
They will surrender.
He really is. He would. We don't want to get like drag his
To the jail.
children to the jail. And that is something that our family can make us feel proud of having him in the family.
But you are a what? Universalist
In my
or
case,
particularist?
sometimes I would be in a particularist.
Sometimes. It depends.
Like for example, in our classroom, you have chosen me to be your classmate, and I have friends in classroom. I have a group of friends in classroom, but I wouldn't say like I would sign your clearance because you're my friend. I would always say that. Give me your vellum paper. Give me your files. Give me your. I would say that on that part, I could say that I'm universalist. But if we would like compare, for example, like I'm part of the section L, and then I would be like the representative of, for example, I would be your representative. I would probably favor the whole section L. I would be given a special treatment. Like for example, there would be an announcement. I would give the information first in our section before giving that to the other section, and that would probably be applied for the like personalistic view. Because I love section L. Pero balhin ako.
Are you shocked?
Shot?
Fighting for that? Fighting for that? Or we have something to discuss?
Maybe you have that.
So guys, let's okay.
So I think we already have tackled enough, and we have, I hope,
We have shared enough.
and I'm glad that
personal
we didn't end our friendship here.
Or sad.
But before we end this video, thank you so much.
Oh,
Are we universalist or universalist?
Both.
Oh,
It depends on the situation.
The answer would always be it depends.
Depends.
so yes, I agree.
So,
Laban mo.
that's it.